the pussy. The bar has been raised. Much that once was remains unchanged, and that which was shit has been upgraded. There is one bar to rule them all, and in the ocean ride them.
What's up guys, I'm excited to show you Core's new Sensor 4 bar. Now if you aren't riding Core, that's fine, because this bar works on all inflatable kites. In today's video, I'm going to show you what's the same as the previous model, what's new, configuring the bar for any inflatable kites on the market, how to adjust your line lengths, choosing between the regular and pro model, talk about durability and adjustability. And stay tuned until the end of the video to hear my thoughts about some of the fucked up safety issues I've seen with kite bars. Starting out, what's the same as the Sensor 3? The front lines easily auto untwist when you sheet the bar in, and it's got adjustable line lengths, which makes a huge difference to your riding style. Trust me guys, you gotta be riding with different line lengths. And what's new? It's got an improved grip, which is harder, and you can feel it's gonna be much more durable. It's got thicker, more buoyant floaters. It's compatible with all kites on the market. It can be flown with a high Y or a low V split on the front lines, and there's a new UV coating on the Titanium 2 lines for improved durability. Just note that Titanium 2 lines only come on the Pro bar. Must have the process. So let's talk about how you can configure the bar to work on any inflatable kite on the market. Let me explain this quickly because I know that you have things to do. The Sensor 3 bar can fly any inflatable kite, but it cannot flag out every inflatable kite. So please don't ride the Sensor 3 bar on your duotone kites. I know many of my friends do this, and probably many of you guys are doing this. The Sensor 4 bar, however, can safely fly and flag out any inflatable kite on the market. Let me show you how you can adjust your lines so that you can fly the Sensor 4 bar on any kite, starting with the pigtails. On the bar side, Core kites have loops for steering, aka backlines, and knots for the center, aka front lines. You can simply swap around your pigtails if your kite requires a different connection. One thing to note on your new Sensor 4 bar, they double looped the pigtails onto the lines. I assume that they did this to spread the load more evenly over the pigtails for improved durability, but I'm not sure. In any case, I'm going to show you how to do it the same way it comes out of the factory. You can tie the loops correctly as follows. Tie the loop-to-loop connection as you normally do. Then pull the line loop through the pigtail loop again and thread the pigtail through the line loop. I know this sounds confusing, but it's actually easy to figure out if you just watch that clip again. Now let's talk about the front line split. Core kites are tested and designed to be ridden on a high V, aka Y front line split. If you want to ride the bar on a kite which is designed for a low split, aka low V, then you just need to remove this line splitter. Take note of how the splitter attaches to the lines so that you can reattach it later if necessary. One thing that you must keep in mind when changing to a low split is that your front lines will get relatively longer than the back lines. So your back lines will be under more tension, making it easier for the kite to backstall. You can shorten the front lines by pulling in the trim strap, and this will get your lines to equal length again and keep your kite trimmed correctly. Adjusting your line lengths. Changing line lengths has a huge impact on your riding. Generally speaking, the shorter you go, the better your timing is going to get in your takeoffs, and the more sporty your kite becomes. Here's a table with my recommended line lengths for various use cases. I'll go into this more in depth in another video, if you guys want me to make it. Now subscribe if you want to watch that video and let me know in the comments. The Sensor 4 and Sensor 4 Pro come with adjustable lines. You can adjust your lines to 18, 20, 22 or 24 meters with the included extensions. Simply push the knots together and use your nails to pull them apart. And make sure both of the loops are shaking hands when you put them back together. Choosing between the regular and Pro bar. Here's a table comparing the Sensor 4 to the Sensor 4 Pro. The major difference between the two bars is the lines. The Pro lines are thinner and stronger, meaning they have less drag, giving you a more sporty feel with the kite and they are more durable. Honestly, both bars are great, but I think it makes sense to spend a bit more to get stronger, more durable, and more performant lines. In for a penny, in for a pound. Durability. The biggest issue that we experienced with the Sensor 3 bars was that the rubber on the grip wore out too quickly. Dirty grip scissors. It was also easy to get cuts and abrasions on the grip. Now this isn't fun when you're spending a lot of money on the bar. You can feel that the Sensor 4 grip is much more firm, and I'm confident it will be much more durable than the Sensor 3. I've only ridden with the new bar a handful of times, so I can't comment on the durability of this new bar, but I can tell you that the bar has been tested extensively in kite schools in Brazil and Germany, where Cork can observe how the bars wear over time. And if you know anything about Brazil, you know that the sun and the conditions are rough out there and they quickly destroy gear. You and I will only get to see how durable the bar is over the next year or so. Fingers crossed that it lasts super long. If my channel has positively impacted your kitesurfing journey, then please consider shopping on bigairkite.com. We stock most of the top brands, and I want to say thank you so much to our customers. Your support means the world to us. Now, two things that I love about Core. One, the bars are modular and every individual part can be replaced. Two, they have a 6-year plus parts availability, meaning that you can get spare parts for your bar 6 years from when Core stops manufacturing the bar. And Core is generally pretty great about having spare parts in stock. Adjustability. Over and above the adjustments that I mentioned earlier in the video, you can change your chicken loop to a rope slider loop, extra small loop, standard loop, or large loop if you want to do freestyle. And you can easily change the width of your bar from the standard 50 centimeters to 46.5 centimeters. I haven't spent much time riding with the 46.5 centimeter width, so I can't comment on how effective it is. If you've ridden with a narrow width, I'd love to hear your feedback, so please let me know what you think in the comments. Safety is the most important thing when it comes to a bar. And no, I'm not talking about the flag out method when you release it, or the bar's compatibility with other kites. I'm talking about being able to trust that none of your lines are going to snap unexpectedly, and that your quick release isn't going to open when it shouldn't. Because in big air, you don't even need to go high to have a life-changing injury. If something breaks when you're only 5 meters above the water and it's shallow, you can get paralyzed. Over the years, I've seen heaps of issues with other brands' lines snapping after just a few sessions, and quick releases popping open with no good reason from many major brands, and it is unacceptable. I trust all of the Core bars I've ridden, right from Sensor 2 up to Sensor 4. And those of us who are lucky enough to kite for a living are typically the first to experience and see these issues, because we ride so often and we're in a community of riders who ride non-stop. So when I said that the Sensor 3S Pro bar is the best bar in the world, these are the criteria by which I'm assessing the bar. And I think that the Sensor 4 bar is the best bar in the world right now, but time will tell. Let's see what we experience over the next few months. I can tell you that when I'm riding out here in Gran Canaria at the sketchy spot, there isn't a single doubt or concern in my mind. I'm able to just peacefully focus on riding. So please ask yourself, can you be certain that the pro riders who ride the same bar as you trust it with their lives? Just yesterday, a pro rider from a big brand was telling me that his quick release opened up mid boogie loop and he's confident he didn't touch it. I'm not gonna name the rider or the brand, but just think about all of this. Rider of the episode is Jason of Montreal, who does an excellent job of reviewing kite gear and posting his great work on YouTube so he can keep everyone safe and informed. What a legend. I made another video for you and I think you're gonna love it. You can watch that one over here and you can subscribe over here. Muchos besos and adios.